Greetings and welcome to Yarnspirations. I'm Mary Beth Temple for Hooked for Life, and in this video we're going to take a closer look at the Crochet Velvet sweater. Now this is a two-part video series. In the first one we're going to take a look at the collar and the raglan shaping, and in the second part we're going to take a look at dividing the sleeves from the body and finishing the sweater up. So make sure you watch both videos to see both parts of the sweater. While you're clicking on the link below to download your free pattern and find out what kind of materials you need, please also subscribe to the channel for lots of knitting, crocheting, and other yarny stuff. We post videos every week. So let's get started on the Crochet Velvet sweater. There are a couple of notes I want to go over first. The first one is we are making this from the top down. So you're starting up here at the collar. And so when it says to chain loosely, they're not kidding, because if you make that too tight, it's going to be very difficult for your small person to put on. And the other thing I want to make a big point about is that the chain 2 at the beginning of the rounds does not count as a half double crochet. So I know with half doubles, sometimes yes, sometimes no, but we're telling you very specifically it does not count. So keep that in your brain as you're working. So the other thing that I wanted to point out, as we often do here on Yarnspirations, the sizes are color-coded. So I am making the smallest size, so I know I'm going to want to do all the instructions in that brick red color. But if you get confused, go ahead before you get started and circle all of the numbers in the pattern that apply to you, so when you get there you know what stitch you're looking at. So we did chain 42 loosely, and again, this is the neck opening and will need to fit comfortably over the baby's head. We're going to join with a slip stitch in the first chain, being careful not to twist. So I have made my 42 chains, and I want to make sure that I am not twisting. Now, those of you that have seen Yarnspirations videos before know that I am a big fan of working in the back or the bump of the chain, and this is another one of those instances where I would recommend it, because not only does it give you a neater edge, here's my slip stitch, but also working in the back or the bump gives you a more elastic foundation chain, and so it's going to fit the child's head a lot more easily. So we've joined with a slip stitch. We're going to chain 2, 1, 2, half double crochet in each chain around, and I'm going to include that very first chain because I want to have 42 half double crochets, and we've already acknowledged that the chain 2 does not count as a stitch. So I'm going to go ahead and work that all the way around. Then I'm going to join with a slip stitch to the top of the chain 2. See what I mean about that nice V on the bottom? And it's way stretchier than if you go in through the front. All right, coming up at the end of the first round, we're going to join that round with a slip stitch in that beginning chain 2. And that's the end of the first round. For the second and third rounds, which are the same, we're going to chain 2, 1, 2. Remember, it does not count as a stitch. DCFP, that's double crochet front post. So yarn over for your double crochet. Just want to make sure I'm not catching my chain here. So instead of going in the stitch like we normally do, we're going down on the right hand side of the throat of the stitch and coming up on the left hand side. Yarn over, pull it around the stitch, and then finish your double crochet like you normally would. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So that is our double crochet front post. Now we're going to do a double crochet back post. So we're going to yarn over. Now we want the post to be on the back of the work, not the front. So from the back of the work, we're coming up on the right hand side of the stitch and down on the left hand side of the stitch. Once again, yarn over, pull it around the stitch, finish your double. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Let's take a look at that one more time because we're going to do it all the way around. Yarn over. We're doing a front post, so down on the right, up on the left, yarn over, bring it through that area that you just went, so you're wrapping it around the throat of the stitch. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and now a back post. Yarn over. We're looking at the back of the work now, so up on the right hand side, down on the left hand side, yarn over and pull it around the stitch. 1, 2, 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So we have the front post stitches that we're seeing on this side, which give the texture, and we're seeing the same thing on the back side. These are the back post stitches. So I'm going to go ahead and finish the second round. We're going to do that all the way around and join with a slip stitch to the top of the chain 2, and I want to take just a very brief look at the beginning of the third round. So we're coming up to the end of the second round. We're going to join that round with a slip stitch in the top of the chain 2 and start the next round. The third round is the same as the second round. Chain 2, double crochet front post around next stitch, double crochet back post around next stitch. So it's what we've been doing, but the reason I wanted to show it to you, it's actually a little simpler to see because the post stitches are popping up just like they're supposed to. So I'm putting a front post in front post and a back post around a back post. So it's far simpler to see when you get to this third round. So there's my front post stitch, and I've got my hook around its little throat. And there is my back post stitch. And I've got my my hook under its little throat. So it's the same row, the same round as the round before. It's just a little easier to see. At the end of the third round, we're going to join that round with a slip stitch to the top of the chain 2. Moving on to the body, we're going to chain 2 and half double crochet in each stitch around and join that round with a slip stitch to the top of the chain 2. So we're going to have the same number of stitches that we started with, in my case 42, and in your case whatever size you happen to be working on. And then we're going to take a closer look at that raglan increasing, which is going to divide the sleeves from the front and back. So this is how it looks after I've gotten that first round of the body on. Here's my post stitches, and here's my half double crochet in every stitch. So I'm on the second round of the body. We're going to chain 2, 1, 2, half double crochet in each of next 8 half double crochets. I will say, honestly, sometimes I have a little bit of a hard time figuring out where my first stitch is, but 1, 2, there we go. So there's my first one. Remember that chain 2 does not count as a stitch. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, whoops. Let's see if we can get both legs of that stitch. 5, 6, 7, 8, and remember your number might be different. I'm making that smallest size. Then it says half double crochet, chain 1, half double crochet in the next half double crochet. So I'm going to go half double crochet, chain 1, and then half double crochet in that same stitch. See, there it is. Then we're going to half double crochet in each of next, in my case, 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3, half double crochet, chain 1, half double crochet in the next stitch. So that's my half double crochet, chain 1, half double crochet in the same stitch. There's my sleeve. Now it's half double crochet in each, in my case, of 16. $15, $16, and then it says repeat from asterisk to double asterisk once more. So going back to the asterisk, I'm going to half double crochet, chain 1, half double crochet in the same stitch. Half double crochet in each of next 3, or whatever your number says. 1, 2, 3, half double crochet, chain 1, half double crochet in the next half double crochet, and there's my double asterisk. So I have finished the repeat, and then it says half double crochet in each of 8 half double crochet and join with a slip stitch to top of chain 2. So that's going to finish the round, and then I'll join the round. So we're at the beginning of the 3rd round of the body. We're going to chain 2, half double crochet in each half double crochet to next chain 1 space. Remember that chain 2 does not count as a stitch. So there's my chain 1 space. I can see it right there. So I'm going to half double crochet, chain 1, half double crochet in that chain 1 space. So you'll see as you keep going on that raglan shaping, those chain 1 spaces are going to line up right on top of each other. So we're putting a half double crochet in each half double crochet across to the next chain 1 space. I'm putting half double crochet, chain 1, half double crochet in the chain 1 space. Here's my stitch where I have the 2 guys in the same one, so there's my chain 1 space, half double crochet, chain 1, half double crochet, half double crochet in each stitch to the next chain 1 space. So you're going to do that all the way around and join your round, and then you're going to repeat that same round the number of times that it tells you in the instructions for the size that you're making. And when you're done with that number of repeats, it'll tell you how many stitches you're to have. It'll be anywhere between 102 and 130, depending on the size. And then after that, we are going to divide the body and the sleeves. One more quick tip. I was getting a little frustrated trying to figure out where I was in the pattern because the yarn is so plush, I had a little trouble at the very beginning trying to figure out where those chain one spaces were supposed to be. So you can use a locking stitch marker to mark those if you wish. I've decided that using them is making me able to stitch a lot more quickly because I'm not guessing where those chain one spaces are. And I also wanted to let you know that this is the end of part 1 of this video. Please subscribe to the channel for fresh content weekly for knitting, crocheting, and other yarny stuff. And check out part 2, where we will divide for the body and the sleeves and talk about doing the bottom cuffs. I'm Mary Beth Temple for Hooked for Life. Thank you so much for joining us here on Yarnspirations. Bye-bye.